Hi, this is David with entry number 123. Oh, so you can see the hood now is in full effect as we are having a legitimate a legitimate snow day here in Gangneung. Um, I apologize if the recording's weird since I'm wearing this hood. The mic is on this cable, so I don't know how well it picks up in the snow and with the hood on. I'm currently standing in front of a little local park that you can go to if you come here. So you can see there's a little trail that leads up into the forest, and this is kind of like in the center of the city. So excuse me about for that. I know it's gross. So basically, I was gonna go into a whole thing today about culture, but well, I'll do a little bit. So basically, for talk, we have to do this in-service training, which basically means it's a online class, a review, a refresher of kind of the stuff we went over in orientation. So while I was doing this, the first thing I thought was, this really feels like it should have been done in the beginning because there's a lot of kind of useful information. And two, this is kind of boring because you have to do a lot of them. I think it's probably close to 4 hours in total. So, yes. But one of the things they talked about in the very beginning of the video series was the cross-cultural differences between Korea and America. Um, they have a few different people who talk, who do the lectures, and the American one, I guess, did the cross-cultural stuff. So she talks a lot of stuff about a lot of stuff from the American perspective. So, um, what does that mean? Well, uh, I guess that means, oh, what did she talk about? And the things that kind of I'm pulling away from this video is that, you know, clearly the countries are different. And what I'm hearing is that, I guess from an American perspective, I know you already have from a sociological perspective, you have an ethnocentric bias towards your country. But really, the stuff that they talk about in these videos is very, not really surprising, but it makes you go like, oh yeah, that's why America and the West are kind of awesome, because we don't have like these uh, ceremonial holdovers from ancient times. Um, Kind of because you know how America is kind of like a newer nation, so we don't have a big enough history and a long enough history to kind of be beholden to what would now be called archaic or traditional values. And I know even if you broke apart the whole American sort of stuff, you can say, oh yeah, but there are like these things and these things, but really the West and America and in general, we have a more, what I feel is an open ability, a more efficient, definitely a more efficient system of communication, regardless of how things are, parents, work, religion, whatever. It's a lot more open. And what you get from what, as a result of kind of, I think that, is that you get a much more kind of efficient system of kind of life in general, day-to-day life. With all this kind of pomp and circumstance you get in Asia, what ends up happening a lot of times is or um, stagnation or kind of uh, conservatism to a degree. Of course, Asia um, leads in a lot of technological aspects, or at least we think they do. But really, what are they doing? You know, who was it? I think it was one of the big astrologists or one of those guys. Um, said, um, well, I'll paraphrase, but he said, uh, greatness is something, greatness is attained by standing on the shoulders of great men, something like that. And think he was like a astrologist or no, not astrologist, astronomer, and from the scientific revolution. But essentially, what I feel like Asia's done is, especially places like Japan and stuff, is they don't really invent anything of their own per se in the last 100 years. What they've done is they've just perfected things that other people have invented. Japan is a very good example with in terms of like um, almost any facet of anything you think is cool Japanese technology-wise is not actually Japanese. It's just been engineered to a higher standard due to Japanese kind of Japanese life philosophy. So I don't know. Maybe you can understand what I'm saying. Maybe it's just a bunch of garbage to you, but that's how I feel. And when I see a lot of this stuff in Korea or hear about it in this video, I just go, like, that's great, but um, it kind of reminds me how much, or why I love the U.S. so much, and it affirms my undying and everlasting love I have for the country I am from. So yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to say today. Sorry if it was a too nationalistic for you, but that's kind of the way I feel right now. That's not to say I completely understand and get why, or I understand and recognize the fact that America is not perfect, and that it has done some terrible things. But in the end, if we're honest, let's just be honest here. I'm trying not to swear. America's faults uh, are greatly overshadowed by the benefits it's given to the world. Yes, yes, those horrible atrocities that that we've committed as a country, but on the whole, we've done a lot of damn good for this world. So, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you tomorrow with entry number 123, or no, 124. This has been 123. Thanks for watching, and look at this. Look at this. See this man behind me, right there? He's taking a piss right now. Alright, bye bye.